Do you remember when our lives moved at the speed of a spinning record, not a scrolling screen? Tonight, let's gently wander back through the 60s, 70s, 80s, and 90s, to the sounds, colors, and little rituals that shaped our days. Picture your childhood living room, the warm wooden furniture, the soft hum of the TV tubes warming up, the tick of a wall clock keeping time with your growing up. This isn't a history lesson. It's a slow walk through the places your heart still visits. The vinyl on the turntable, mom calling from the kitchen, the news anchor's calm voice at 6 o'clock. Stay with me as we move from those first songs on the radio, to drive-in movie nights, to mall arcades and VHS tapes, and maybe, along the way, you'll see your own memories flicker back to life. For many of us, it began with the needle's soft crackle on a vinyl record. Remember standing there, reading every lyric on the album sleeve like it was a secret letter written just for you. The Beatles, Motown, Elvis, the Stones, songs that played while you did homework, daydreamed about first crushes, or lay on the floor staring at the ceiling, planning your whole life. Music wasn't background noise, it was an event. You saved up to buy that one record, you carried it home like something fragile and sacred, and when friends came over, you gathered around the stereo, listening from start to finish. No skipping, no shuffle. Just letting the sound fill the room. Hold that feeling, because as the songs got louder, our world began to widen too, leading us out of the living room and into warm summer nights. Remember the magic of the drive-in? Piling into the family car, blankets in the backseat, the smell of popcorn and gasoline mingling in the summer air. You'd hook that clunky metal speaker on the window, or later, tune the radio, static, then suddenly the movie score swelling under the stars. Parents up front, kids in pajamas in the back trying to stay awake for the second feature. Couples sharing shy glances, friends laughing too loud, fireflies tracing tiny golden paths between the cars. It felt like the whole town was there, sharing one huge glowing screen. Those nights stitched families and friendships together, and as the credits rolled and headlights slowly lit up, there was a quiet contentment. From there, our hangouts moved closer to neon, to quarters, and to the bright sounds of a brand new kind of escape. Then came the arcades, the soundtracks of our teenage years, bleeps, bloops, and the clinking of quarters. Do you remember standing shoulder to shoulder around Pac-Man or Space Invaders, watching someone chase the high score like it really meant something? The glow of those screens on our faces felt futuristic, electric. Yet even then, it wasn't about the game alone. It was about hanging out, swapping tips, cheering each other on, pretending we had nowhere else to be. Maybe you worked a summer job just to fund that next round. Maybe you walked in with a pocket of coins and a head full of dreams. Those arcades were our training grounds for patience, persistence, and friendly rivalry. As screens followed us home, another ritual quietly took over the living room, the crackle of tape, and the careful art of recording our lives onto sound. Ah, the mixtape, one of the purest love letters of the 70s, 80s, and 90s. Remember waiting by the radio, finger poised on the record button, hoping the DJ wouldn't talk over the intro. You chose every song with care, this one for shared laughter, that one for unspoken feelings. A blank cassette became a story, side A, the sunshine, side B, the late-night thoughts. You decorate the case with doodles, write their name in your neatest handwriting, and feel your heart race as you handed it over. Sometimes it was for a crush, sometimes for a best friend, sometimes for yourself to save a season of your life. Those tapes captured more than music, they held our hopes. And soon we'd start capturing our pictures and our movies too, in a whole new way. Before every moment lived online, we had cameras that made us wait. Remember the thrill of a Polaroid sliding out, that blank square slowly blooming into a birthday, a new car, a goofy grin. Or dropping off a roll of film and coming back days later, wondering which memories made it. There was something tender in that delay. Photos went into albums, onto the fridge, into wallets, little paper anchors to the people we loved. You couldn't take 1,000 shots, you took a few, carefully. So each one mattered more. Maybe you still have those albums on a shelf. Maybe the pages are worn, the colors faded, but the feelings, they're still vivid. Soon, those still frames would start moving, rewinding, and fast-forwarding our lives on humming plastic tapes. Then came the VHS nights, the heart of 80s and 90s family time. Do you remember browsing the video rental store, walking slowly along those endless shelves, judging movies purely by their cover art? You'd bring home one precious tape, slide it into the VCR, and everyone settled in like it was an event. If you were kind, you rewound. If not, well, someone muttered about it. Commercials, fuzzy tracking lines, that whirring sound as the tape spun, it all felt wonderfully real. Horror marathons, Disney sing-alongs, action heroes saving the world again and again. These weren't just movies. They were rituals that brought families into the same room, sharing blankets, snacks, and little comments in the dark. And even when we left the couch, the spirit of those shared moments followed us into the malls, into the music stores, into the beating heart of youth culture. Shopping malls became our small cities under one roof. Remember walking in and feeling that blast of cool air and possibility? Music from record shops spilled into the walkways, the smell of pretzels, pizza, and perfume hung together. You might have picked up a new cassette, a pair of jeans, maybe a poster for your bedroom wall. Meeting friends at the fountain, arranging times by payphone, no instant messages, just trust and punctuality. Parents relaxed on benches while kids roamed in little packs of independence. The mall was where trends were born, where you people watched, where a simple afternoon felt like an adventure. As the decades turned, new gadgets appeared in our hands, but deep down, we still carried that feeling of wandering together, discovering life in real time, not on a screen. Caring for our vinyl was a labor of love, a ritual almost sacred. Dusting off sleeves, gently wiping grooves to preserve that pristine sound, it was our way of honoring the music. Late nights alone, needle in place, letting the world melt away with a soulful jazz or ballad. These moments of solitude were profound, connecting us to something timeless. The imperfections, the skips even added character like life itself. In these quiet acts, we found peace. Now, as emotions swell, remember the personal stories that vinyl inspired in us all. Deep down, vinyl touched the heartstrings we hold dearest. For me, it was a rainy evening with Bridge over troubled water soothing a broken heart, the lyrics wrapping around like a comforting embrace. Or First Love's dance to slow spins of romantic tunes. These records witnessed our joys and sorrows, milestones marked by melodies. In the 70s rush, they grounded us, reminding of what truly matters. Feel that tug now. It's the nostalgia we crave, the warmth of days gone by. As we near the end, let's cherish these echoes together. As we linger in these memories, notice how often you're not alone in them. A friend's laughter in the back seat at the drive-in. A sibling leaning over the turntable. Parents dozing off during the late movie. A neighbor waving as kids raced down the street. These decades gave us more than retro gadgets and catchy songs. They gave us communities, inside jokes, shared rituals. And maybe, watching this, names and faces are surfacing, some nearby, some long gone, some you wish you could call. Let that tenderness sit with you. Our story tonight has always been about connection. And in a moment, we'll gently step back into today, carrying these echoes forward together. Here we are, back in the quiet of now. But listen closely, you can almost hear the faint crackle of vinyl, the clink of arcade coins, the whir of a VCR rewinding. The world has changed, yes. It moves faster, shines brighter, demands more. Yet the most precious parts of those 60s, 90s days are still with you. The patience to wait for a song, the joy of being fully present at a movie, the comfort of family nights and real conversations. If a memory touched your heart tonight, hold on to it and share it. Tell us in the comments, what's one moment from those years you'd relive for just one evening? Your story might be the warm reminder someone else needs. This is Nostalgia Time. Thank you for remembering with me.